in to another episode of Getting Well with Terry and Friends. I'm Terry, that's Tim, and we're going to break down some baseball and then one playoff game here. A lot of afternoon baseball, so unfortunately some of the games have already started. There are a few games starting here in about 4 minutes. And there are a couple people that have those games involved in the best bets segment. So myself and Bryant both have the Dodgers money line as our parlay pieces. And Tim, your best bet and best parlay piece is starting here in 4 minutes. So I'll throw it over to you in the Oakland game. What do you like there?
Yeah. Athletics. I took a stab at Oakland -1.5 as my best bet. Take some nice plus money there. I believe it was 220, somewhere in that range, 225, something in that range.
250.
250. Yes, Boston was 225 yesterday. Yeah, I like them today. Paul Blackburn has been the best pitcher for this Oakland staff. Out of the 18 wins this year for Oakland, he's 7 of them. So they show out when he's there, and I'm fading Robbie Ray because he has not been good this year. So I went with Oakland in that game. And then for another early game, I like San Diego, but I have nothing involved in best bets or anything with that one.
All right. I also like San Diego. They're on a parlay that I have. Yeah, I'm trusting him. Like he when he's good, he's good. So if he starts off to a good night, then I'm not going to be worried at all. If he has one of his bad nights, then oh well. But I like the Padres the way they've been playing. Occupancy also chose Oakland team total over 2 as his parlay piece. So all the parlay pieces are in the games that are about to start here. Dodgers for me and Bryant. Oakland A's plus 2.5 for Tim, and Oakland team total over 2 for occupancy.
Quick rant. Mets, please stop pitching to Jock Pederson. 2-run shot. He's now had 4 home runs and 10 RBIs the last 2 games. Stop pitching to Peterson. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
Hey, it's the coach should give Tim a call. And you can give him a couple pointers there. But I don't know what happened to the Giants offense. It was completely dead, and then all of a sudden it's awoken. But I guess that's what will happen. We'll jump into the first game that I chose here for us to talk about, starting in about 2 hours. That's why I chose it. One of the later games, Miami, plus 165. Is in Tampa Bay, minus 185. A total of 7 in this one. Tampa won yesterday. Are we kind of seeing like a repeat of what happened in hockey? The Tampa Bay defeating the other Florida team in a sweep. We'll see. But I like Tampa Bay here in this spot. I have them in a couple of my parlays, which I'll go over fully in last pitch. But I like the Tampa Bay Rays in this spot, the way they've been playing. I think they have the pitching advantage here. It is Rasmussen, who will be pitching for Tampa Bay. He's won 2 of his last 3 starts. His other was a no decision. He hasn't allowed more than 1 run, and I believe 5 straight starts. He's giving up 3 to 5 hits, but he's not allowing runs, and Tampa is playing well in front of him. On the other side, Poteet will be the opener here for the Marlins. He pitches. He's gone 4 innings in 2 games, in 2 of his last 3. 2 innings in the last game. He's also not really allowing much runs or hits. He's also pitching pretty well, just not going really long into the game. I like Tampa Bay here, and I wouldn't talk anybody off the first 5 under. However, the price, I believe I looked at it and it was like 3. And I prefer not to take an under 3 and 5 innings just because you never know what's going to happen. And my first 5 unders have not been doing well. Look at yesterday, the Red Sox game. I had the first 5 under there, and it was done in the first inning. So tread lightly with the first 5 under but I do like the Tampa Bay Rays to get the win when it's all said and done. Tim, Marlins and Rays, Battle of Florida. Any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I didn't bet this one, but if I had to go after it, it's probably towards an under. This Marlins team cannot hit. We've seen that time in and time out. They're averaging about 4.1 runs a game, which is middle of the pack, but a couple of those were because of some bigger games. They're not going to be able to hit against the Rays, who have always done a really good job with pitching. And Drew Rasmussen has been quite solid this year, to a 4-1 record, a 2.33 ERA. He's pitched really good his last couple of times out. This is a spot where I would have to go towards an under. I don't really lean towards the side because I feel like if you're going to have to back the Rays, unless doing it in parlays, which I don't really do all that often, you have to run line it. And I don't see the Tampa Bay offense having enough to run line it. So I could see this one being a 2-1 type of game, 3-2 type of game, and go under the total. So it'd be going towards the under for me in this one, but ultimately I'm not betting it.
All right. I kind of lean with the under as well. We'll go to the second game here. Baltimore is in New York facing the Yankees. Plus 140 for the Orioles, minus 160 for the Yankees. A total of 7.5 in this one. Tyler Wells will be pitching for Baltimore. In his last 3 games, 3 earned runs, 3 earned runs, 1 earned run. He's gone about 4 innings, 6 innings in the one game against Kansas City. But he allowed 8 hits and 3 earned runs in 4 innings to Detroit. Detroit is now the worst hitting team against righties in the league, but they were able to get 8 hits in 4 innings against him. And now he's coming into New York to face the Yankees. This does not sound like a good spot for him. For the Yankees, it's JP Sears pitching for them. He's only gone an inning in both of his first starts, or the first games he's played in. This is his first start. He hasn't allowed a run in the 2 innings. So not really a lot of numbers on him here to really say much. But the Orioles, Wells, if the Detroit Tigers can hit Wells, then I think the New York Yankees can hit Wells. So I like the Yankees. They're also in a couple of my parlays on the money line. I didn't take them on the run line here just because I don't know exactly what Sears is going to do. But I like the Yankees here. Tim, Orioles and Yanks, what do you think here?
I can't back a Yankees team that's throwing out JP Sears. It would have to be. I know you're. It'd have to be leaning towards the Orioles. Wells has actually pitched this year. I mean, he's only pitched 2 innings. All right, I'm thinking that he's somebody else. He hasn't put. Neither of these pitchers have pitched all that much this year. The one thing that was concerning is that I was thinking, hey, maybe we might be able to get an under in this one, or an over, sorry. And it's dropped from a 8.5 to a 7.5, which is like, all right, what do they know? So I kind of stayed off of it. This is just a ugly spot between 2 pitchers who really haven't done much, and the Yankees team that's probably not throwing out a bunch of starters because I believe do these 2 teams play again tomorrow? No, Yankees go to Tampa Bay tomorrow. So this is a getaway spot. I could see the Orioles stealing a game from the Yankees, but not enough for me to want to go bet it.
All right. Interesting. We'll move on to the third game, and then we'll get to last pitch here. The Texas Rangers, plus 150, are in LA, facing the Angels, minus 170, a total of 8.5 on this one. Yesterday, I was on the Angels, a team total over 4.5. I think it was 3 or 4 innings, 0-0. And I was thinking, okay, this one's probably in trouble. And then the Angels hit 4 runs in 1 inning. And then the next inning, they hit another run. And all of a sudden, my team total over 4.5 cashed. So I was very happy about that. Now they're facing the Texas Rangers again. This time it'll be Glenn Otto on the mound. He's had to face Houston, Boston, and the Yankees in his last 3 starts. So that could be part of the reason why his ERA is as bad as it is. In the game against Boston, he went 4 innings and allowed 8 earned runs on 8 hits. In the last game, 7 hits, 2 earned runs. And in the game against the Yankees, 2 hits and 2 earned runs in 5 innings. The Angels are good against righties, so I really don't think this is a good spot for him once again. And I like the Angels here on the team total, over 4.5, minus 120. I think to ask them to get 5 runs in the game isn't too much to ask. And at a minus 120 price, I'll take it here. Tim, Rangers and Angels, any thoughts here?
It'd be a lean towards the over. Once again, another game that it just really didn't get to. Reed Detmers has not been good this year, minus his 1 no-hitter. Other than that, he's pitching to a 4 ERA, which if you take out the no-hitter, is probably close to 5. He's just not a pitcher. He's a rookie, so keep that in mind. On the opposite side, you get Glenn Otto, who's pitching to a 5.55 ERA this year. So another guy who's just not pitching all that well. It's sitting at a 9 or 8.5, 9 area. It would have to be an over in this game, if anything. But none of it was enough for me to want to get to this game, so I pass on it, but lean towards the over.
All right. Yeah, the total finished, I think, 5-3 yesterday. So some people who had the over there got burnt, but we'll see what happens here. I'll go on the last pitch. I'll go over everything I'm in MLB today. The game that started 2 minutes ago, Oakland first 5. I have a plus 0.5, which I got a plus 100. So all I need is Oakland to be tied or leading after 5 innings for that one. I'm jumping on the Red Sox train. Plus 155, I got them. They've been unstoppable their last 6 games and are actually looking scary good right now. So to get them at plus 155, I would also lean with the over in that game. Both pitchers have not had success against the teams they're facing. So I expect runs in that one. Because of that, I also took Story to hit a home run. This guy has been on absolute fire out of nowhere. He wasn't playing too well to start the year, and all of a sudden something clicked, and he's hitting the ball like crazy. And I got Story to hit a home run at plus 490. Most books had it around plus 330, plus 350, but one of my books had it at plus 490. So I had to take that as well. My parlays for the day, Minnesota, which is already underway, obviously, and the Dodgers, Tampa Bay Rays, and the Yankees. The Dodgers, Tampa Bay, New York Yankees, and Colorado Avalanche in hockey, which we'll get to. And then my player hit parlay is Trey Turner, who's been hitting the ball like crazy. Machado, Aaron Judge, and Mike Trout. All 4 of those to get a hit is plus 273. So that's about it for me in baseball today. I didn't really overly love the card, but I was able to find stuff when you dig deep. Even if the card doesn't look that good, sometimes you're able to find some things and hopefully a couple gems on there. Tim, last pitch. What are you thinking for today?
Once again, I got Oakland going for them. That's in the top of the first, though. Same deal with San Diego. They're in the top of the first as well. Might look to live bet the Mets plus 5.5, but I'm probably just going to save my money there. Going over in the Cincinnati game, I feel like that's a decent spot with Hendricks and Castillo. Also looked towards the Cubbies in that one. Did not pull the trigger on them, though. And then under in the Houston game, this Houston team has just been hit. I know they went over it yesterday. They've been going under a lot this season. 12-32 over-under record. So they've gone under in 32 out of their 44 games so far this year. That's a lot. That's a big trend. It's about 60 75% roughly that they're going under. So I'm going to keep riding with that until those even out. And then in the NBA, I'm going the Miami Heat on the money line to win a game at home. And then WNBA, I went over the total between the Sparks and the Mercury, and on a little bit of a good run with that, 11-1 my last 5 days in WNBA. So on a nice hot streak. So there you go.
Nice.
And then we'll talk about the hockey in a minute.
Yes. What was I going to ask you there? Oh, the NBA. Yeah, I looked at the NBA game, and that's just, it seems crazy. Like one team will blow out the other team.
Yep.
And it's just like, I just don't know.
It's been very boring playoffs. I got to say that.
Yeah. I couldn't find any spots. Like, I feel like I'm going to take the one team, and the other team will blow out that team. So
probably,
yeah.
And it's just been a very, very boring playoffs. It just really has.
Yeah.
They're all blowouts. Hockey's been better.
Exactly. And here we are. One game today. We'll get into it. I'll bring up the poll that I did earlier on the Getting Wild with Terry and Friends Twitter channel. If you haven't subscribed to the Twitter channel, there it is, Getting Wild with Terry and Friends at GWWTF. I'm probably going to do these polls probably every day where I'll ask polls for certain games. And here we are for the hockey game here. 68.2% say to take the Avalanche puck line. 22.7% say take the over 6.5. 9.1% say to take the Blues money line. And nobody has said yet to go with the under 6.5. Donnie says take the Avs minus 2.5. Hey, I want to talk you off that. Avs and over 5.5. I like that as well.
There you go.
I like it. In this game, I'm on the Avalanche puck line, my biggest bet of the night, and my best bet. Sorry about Finnegan barking in the background. There must be something out front, but and my other bet in this game, Colorado minus 1.5 plus Kadri to score a goal, which is a boosted bet at plus 475. I'm not afraid of the boosts. I know that we have one viewer that says, you know the rule, fade the boosts. But I cashed 2 boosts yesterday and 1 the day before. And I only placed 3 boosts, and I'm 3 for 3 in the last 2 days. So I think if you're going to bet those plays anyway, if you like those plays anyway, and they're boosted, then I'll take them. But I'm not going to go and say, oh, there's a boost, I'm just going to bet it. I have to actually really like those plays. And if I do, then I'll bet it. So today, I love Colorado puck line. Nazem Kadri, I won't go into deep detail, but basically him and his wife were receiving death threats and a lot of racist comments. So what did he do? He went out and scored a hat trick. So now we're coming back to Colorado, an elimination game. I don't think it's too much to ask for him to score, the Avalanche to cover the puck line, and that's a plus 475. Tim, Blues and Avalanche, what do you think here?
I think the series ends tonight. I think it's a 6-3 type of game. I'm going over. I don't think we're going to see anything else. I think the Avalanche probably put it up by themselves. Husso has not been good. I think he shut out the Wild in game 1. And then other than that, has allowed at least 4 goals in every single one of his starts. And in Colorado, I don't think it slows down. I think the Blues probably get maybe 2, maybe 3 goals. Probably like a 6-2, 6-3 type game. I don't think it's going to be close. Colorado closes it out tonight. Maybe a couple empty netters at the end, but even if it's a 3-3 game at one point, I wouldn't be surprised. But I like the over in this one. I don't really see it going any other way.
All right. Yeah, I agree. And as Donnie said, the Avs plus over 5.5 plus 135. That looks good as well. We'll move on to the best bet segment. And we'll start with Dog of the Day, as we always do. Finnegan is certainly liking.
He's up for this one.
Yeah, he's ready for this. Maybe that's a good sign here for our Dog of the Days. But I'm taking the Boston Red Sox. Just the way they're playing right now, I don't think they should be plus 155. I think it should be closer than that. Tim, you're going to Miami Heat in the
Yep.
NBA. Bryant is taking the Chicago Cubs, and Occupancy is taking the Marlins. So he's going against the Tampa Bay Rays here.
I don't blame him.
Hey, I disagree, but that's what happens. Over or under? Nothing. Nothing for me today. I do like the Angels team total over, but so I guess I would lean with over there and a couple leans, but no official bets for me with the total. So I'm not going to give one. I also like Tim's here in Colorado, St. Louis over 6.5, but I haven't bet it, so I'm not going to give it. Bryant went with the Yankees, Baltimore over 7.5, and Occupancy went with Cincinnati, Chicago over 8.5. This is over under. Best bets, best parlay pieces. I've been on a roll. I was around -4 units, and now I'm up in the green. So things have been going well. And I'm going to look for the Avalanche to take me home here on the puck line, plus 100. And then the Dodgers money line as my parlay piece. Tim, as already said earlier in the show, taking Oakland -1.5 at plus 250. Oakland plus 2.5 as his parlay piece. Bryant is taking Boston, Miami over 203 in the NBA. Best bet, Dodgers money line as his parlay piece. And Occupancy is taking Darcy Kemper for Colorado over 28.5 saves as his best bet. And Oakland team total over 2 as his parlay piece. And that is it. That is the show. Pretty short here. Sorry, guys. Obviously, with a lot of day games and stuff. But tomorrow will most likely be a longer show. And thank you, everyone, for coming. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you would like the content, smash the like button. We appreciate all the support. And we'll see you again for another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern. Have a good one, guys.